Yo, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We have a lot going on this week. Today is the first day of Jerome Powell testifying before Congress. So there's going to be a lot of volatility, I think, starting today already. It could get choppy. I'm really thinking it could get choppy out there. So we're going to have to be mindful. We're going to have to be mindful of that. We're going to have to be mindful of that. So let's get ready to get to work. The watch list has been sent out. Pulling it up here already on my side. We got SPY, VRAX, UNCY, Amazon on watch. One thing I noticed this morning is a lot of stuff is in like little choppy zones. Possible, hey, this thing's not. There we go. In choppy zones that I'm just not a huge fan of. I am seeing a 60-minute head and shoulders now on the ES. Did not notice that just until right now. Let me show it to you real quick here. Here you have your left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put out a neckline already. Here is your neckline. We are breaking underneath that neckline now, okay? So keep that on watch there. And we'll see how that starts to go. All right, so the watch list, let's get into it here. Let's jump into the daily chart. And let's work from the bottom up. So Amazon on watch here this morning, watching this 50-day moving average right here, that blue line you see across my screen, to see if that acts as resistance for, a little bit of a fade on Amazon. I think we can get one. Then we have UNCY. UNCY, this one yesterday, big. I mean, guys, this thing went from 50 some odd cents, 50 cents, 49 cents, all the way up here to $1.64. That's a massive move. So I'm not surprised too much that yesterday it went red on the day and sold off, but it did manage to stay up here, right? It did manage to stay up here. And now today in the morning, we're getting another gap up out of UNCY. I would definitely keep this one on watch. If it can hold 125, you could see a move right towards 175, $2. Definitely keep UNCY on watch, because if you look at yesterday's action, it was choppy. Remember, we talked about this one yesterday. It was choppy, but it stayed alive. It's not like this thing faded and got back down here underneath 90 cents or anything like that. No, this thing held that 120 area rather well. So definitely one that has to be kept on watch. Then we have VRAX, VRAX. This thing today, massive move. It's up 134%, guys. 136% now. This thing's just been on an absolute tear. I want you to keep eyes here. 124 zone, 125, obviously. Previous level of support, okay? We're well above it, right? It turned into resistance. We're well above it now. So I'm watching to see pullbacks into that zone, see if they hold. We have reached what I would consider a major, profit taking zone right up here in front of 175. If we can get up and over that level, at that point, I think you got room here to 220s to maybe even the 250s. So we got to keep a close eye on that one. It's up a ton. I mean, this is another one that came from 70 some odd cents, and it's already reached $1.70 something this morning. So it's going to be a difficult one. I think that you might see some strong profit taking take place, but definitely want to keep on watching. Those are key levels in my opinion. All right, next we got, of course, the SPY. Now on the SPY, I'm watching 405. We're underneath that level now. Yesterday, if you remember, I said if we open up and we're over 405, I'm watching for a push into that 407 zone. Bang, that's exactly what happened. We were able to partake in that trade to the long side and do very well with it. So today we'll see whether or not we're going to get similar action, right? Right now, I'd watch, since we're underneath 405, I'd watch and see if 405 can act as resistance for drops into this 402 zone. Okay, 402, mid 402s. So that's what I'll watch for today. But I am suspecting it to be a little bit choppier, okay? Just simply for the fact that we have Jerome talking, right? He's going to be testifying before Congress. Any keywords that are said could be picked up by algorithms, and they could make for a very choppy session. All right, so keep that in mind. It's going to be an intense week. I think the rest of the week. We even have jolts coming out later this week. It's just wild. If it's not, let me see here. Hold on. And then next week, it gets even crazier. As in next week. Is it next week? No, next week is not CPI. Oh, yes. I think next week is CPI. I'll have to check. So, yeah, we have Jerome talking in 30 minutes. All right, the bell rang. In 30 minutes, we have Jerome talking. Yeah, no jolts. Jolts aren't today. I think that's Thursday. Fed testifies. So Fed Chair Jerome Powell testifies in 30 minutes. 2.5 hours from now, we have USD EIA short-term energy outlook. Okay, so there's a lot still going on. But I think overall, Jerome testifying before Congress today and tomorrow is going to be moving the markets. Okay. Yo, Dan, good morning. The Beast. Kevin, what's up, guys? All right, guys. Let's see what happens here. We're selling off a little bit here right off the bell, right off the opening bell. That head and shoulders here on the 60-minute chart working out. Yo, Jay, good morning, good morning. The coffee has arrived, Dan. A little bit early today, but very much welcomed. Ah, so good. The nectar of the gods. Guys, some people must be watching like, what does Jesse do? He drinks that little tiny coffee. Guys, this is Cuban coffee, bro. You got to try it. Just, I don't know where you're at right now, what part of the world. I don't know what you have to do. We live in 2023. It could be as easy as going on Amazon Prime and getting yourself the coffee maker. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to share with you here the one my wife uses. I'm gonna give you the whole thing. I'm gonna give you the whole thing. I'm gonna give you the coffee maker she uses. Then I'm gonna get you the coffee itself. I'm gonna post it all in chat for you. There it is. Yeah, it's like an espresso. Here you go. So that's the coffee maker. Wait, that's humongous link. Let me make it smaller. Boom. And then let me see if I can get you the coffee itself. Damn, why is coffee so expensive on Amazon? Good Lord. Those must have been some huge cases or something. Golly. Wild, bro. It made me jump. I was like $80. I was like, what? Hold up. I'm in the wrong business. Boom. There you go. You guys have the full setup now. It's freaking delicious. All right. Guys, remember, do me a quick solid. Hit that like button for me. It really helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Like, big time. Trying to revive this channel. Oh, nice, Jay. Try it out, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's good to go. Like that's already ready to rock and roll. You just make the coffee. I don't know, man. I don't make it. My wife taught me a few years back. She was like, she went to go visit her family for like 3 days. And I was like, bro, who's gonna make me my coffee now? So she taught me, but I forgot. I know that coffee maker is the simplest one because it's just basically the water. Okay, so the procedure. Forget about trading for today. The procedure, right? You put your water, you put your coffee grounds in the little thing. Don't ask me what it's called. I don't know. Yeah, I did. I actually did, the beast. Like serious. It's not even like, oh, I forgot. No, I forgot. But I kind of know the procedure. I just don't know the order. So the water, right? And then the coffee grounds in the little thing, whatever it's called. Okay. Freaking guys. You guys are not even gonna let me finish this because you just keep making me laugh. All right, so then you put that sucker to do its thing, right? You connect it to the... Man, ask me about trading, guys. You connect it to the electricity, you turn it on, you let it do its thing, okay? But then you have to grab... Oh, man, you need this. Hold on. You have to grab this thing, whatever the hell it's called. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. It's a good thing I don't really trade off the bell. What is this thing? Let me see if I can find it. Because I'm gonna give you the secret. See, because I know the secret. Oh my god, guys! If the time to trade starts to creep up, you know, I might have to put a pause on the on the Cuban coffee tutorial. And then we'll pick it up again later during lesson time. Oh my god, man. I'm sorry. I can't be serious today. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I slept really good yesterday. It's not like I'm sleep deprived. Oh wait, I found it. It's a picture. It's a freaking little picture, bro. I couldn't even come up with the word. I had to read it. Unbelievable. All right, let me get you one. Why isn't there one like the one that we have? I guess this will do. How much is this one? Oh, it's too expensive. Hold on, man. Let me find you guys a cheaper one. That's ridiculous. Some of these prices, just because they have a fancy name next to them. Nah, get out of here with that nonsense. Hey, so what does Jesse do at 9:30 on the stream, guys? Oh, he starts talking about how to make Cuban coffee. See, because I know where my trading window is, guys, and it's not off the bell. Okay, there we go. Right, boom. So you're gonna put sugar there. As much sugar as you want to put. I like it sweet, so my wife puts a lot of sugar in that sucker. It tastes like a dessert. Then when the coffee brews, right, it finishes brewing, you're gonna grab some of that coffee, right? You're gonna put it into where the sugar is, but just enough to make it like a paste almost, right? Because you're gonna stir it. But the key to getting the foam, that nice little top layer of foam, which is delicious by the way, is to stir it a lot. But you cannot put too much coffee, and it has to mix to a consistency of a paste. Once that's done, then pour your coffee into the little pitcher, and then you're good to go. So there you go. Class is dismissed. We can just cancel the stream the rest of the day. Who cares? Nothing else matters. I think I lost half the audience during the coffee tutorial. Oh my god. Jonah's gonna send me a message and they say like, what are you doing talking about coffee, bro? Well, there's nothing to trade right now. I mean, as far as the SPY goes. Let's hop on over to Tesla. No, Tesla's not even on the watch list because I didn't like where it was. Let's hop on over to Amazon real quick. Let's go take a look at that. You're about to say Jonah. So Amazon getting a quick little punch here. Through the 50-day. It's through the 50-day. I thought that 50-day was going to act as a little bit of an area of resistance as we were back under it. But so far right now, it's not. Right now, we're trying to get through it. Yeah, Mike, I agree. That's one of the reasons why I'm not too ready to pounce on anything today. I suspect we're going to see some chop. You know, I saw a lot of talk about Meta, and I was like, it's not doing much of anything today. And I'll tell you one thing. I'm not one to trade Meta much anymore. It seems to me every time I tried to trade it, day trade, every time I tried to day trade it, it just craps on me in the sense that I don't know. I don't trade Meta well, so I don't touch it. I don't even bother with it, to be honest. The last time I went after Meta, I want to say, and I'm sure the Beast remembers, was during this possible reverse head and shoulders that was forming. I went after it in here, if I remember correctly. And man, I had probably one of my biggest positions ever. And I was up really nicely up here. And I didn't take the profit because I was waiting for the reverse head and shoulders. As a matter of fact, I might have added through if we had gotten through that neckline, but we didn't. We came all the way back down. I stopped out of it for a tiny little win. And that was it. I haven't traded it since. I think I tried to get a short on it once last year at some point. And it just didn't do well for me. So I stay away from Meta, honestly, guys. That's just me. I don't trade it well, so it's not something I touch. We're still here. Yeah, Jay, what's up? What's up, man? I love it. You guys are the diehards. Yeah. When Jerome speaks, I try to be ready to trade, but I try to be able to be listening and hearing to what he's saying. So typically, you know, he's speaking during the afternoons, but because it's FOMC and whatnot. But right now it's a testimony before Congress. So, and it starts at 10. So he's not speaking yet. So he hasn't done this since, I think, June of last year. He hasn't done this since like June of last year. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the coffee tutorial. If anybody really does go out there and buy all that stuff and try making it at home, yo, for real, just let me know if you have any troubles, and I'll ask my wife, because you're not going to get you're going to get an inconsistent rant about different things, and then we're going to piece it together. It's going to sound like a brand new trader trying to figure out trading. But, no, just let me know. I'll seriously ask her, and I'll let you know. And then I want to know in the stream. I want you guys to type it up to see how you liked it. I freaking love it. It's delicious. But I have a sweet tooth. Like, you know how most guys have, a fridge like in their man cave office. I have one. Theirs is usually stocked with beer, right? Mine is stocked with sodas. But we've been over that. Soda connoisseur here. Got to be made with cane sugar. I mean, I do have some high corn fructose crap in there. I'll drink it from time to time, but the cane sugar ones. Those are the ones. All right, guys. So if we hop on back over to this 60-minute chart, this head and shoulders pattern working out beautifully. I really wish I would have noticed it earlier, just to have gone over it. I don't think I would have entered the trade ahead of the opening bell. But right now, there's really no real support. I mean, you have a little bit of support zone here and this 40 40, 47, 40, 50 zone. I'm just not sure I would. You could get a long here. You could get a small long here possibly, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Got a few points to the upside, maybe a little scalp 3 points or something like that. Like, I'm not saying, like, in other words, I don't think we got a reversal here that takes us back to 40-60. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know how Jonah hasn't texted me yet. I'm all over the map today. All over. Anybody would be like, oh, Jesse didn't take his ADD medication. I don't have medication for ADD. Joke's on you, sucker. I don't know, guys. I thought I slept well. I don't know what's going on over here on this side of the camera today. This morning, here we go with another random factoid. This morning, my kid, she has a little fishing rod. It's a little toy. And this morning, the first thing she said when she woke up, she wanted to fish with it. So that was the first activity I did this morning. We fished in her room. Yo, Stells, what's going on? Good morning, good morning. Yesterday was a banger day. Oh, guys, I uploaded the video. Like, if you missed yesterday's stream, you can watch, I guess you could call it the highlight reel. Because right out the gate, you know what? I might start titling it something like that. Maybe it'll actually get some more views. Freaking YouTube hates me. It only has 98 views, bro. You kidding me? Here, watch. You can watch the full condensed version of yesterday's live action. Yeah, man. I don't even know what to do anymore. Alphabet overlords hate me. I don't even wear my NRA hat anymore. I wore it like 2 times. Not on camera, anyways. It's over there somewhere. You know, not that I'm even an NRA fan anymore. Here we go. Another tangent. I think they don't have the right spine for what I like. So now I like, what are these people called? Yeah, GOA. So now I am a GOA, but they didn't send me a hat. They didn't send me a hat. As a matter of fact, I got their card in the mail the other day. Yeah, here it is, see? See, I'm not lying. Boom. There it is. All right. But they didn't send me a hat. I'm telling you, man. All right, see how we're just chopping around down there? Look at the spy. See how we're just chopping around? Maybe a little bit of a double bottom take. We're getting through yesterday's close now. It's just a horrible looking chart, man. It's a horrible looking chart right now to go long or short. It really is. You got room right back to 405. I mean, maybe I'll look for a short in that range. But it's what I'm saying. It's just a horrible looking chart right now in this moment. Like yesterday was, you know, a pretty easy long and even a pretty easy short in the afternoon. I didn't catch that short in the afternoon. Honestly, straight up transparency, right? I didn't even think of it, right? In the afternoon, I didn't have my screens up and it wasn't like in the back of my mind. I should have probably kept my watch list up on my screen so that way I could be reminded. Because I would have came in and looking for that double top into 407 for a reversal. It would have been a monster. It would have been as good as the long setup in the morning. But I didn't think of it. So I didn't participate in that in the afternoon. Just the 2 trades in the morning that we took, and that was it. So yesterday was easy, like in the sense of you had easy clear-cut levels. Right now, just looking at this chart, It's a little choppy-ish, man. It's a little choppy-ish. A short here against 40.54. You know, that's not terrible. That's not a terrible idea. By any means, it's not a terrible idea. I might mess around with that. Right now, just looking. Yeah, he'll start his talking soon. Guys, I want to get short here, but I have trust issues, so I'm probably going to sit on my hands. I started testing now a new, oh, that's right. I haven't even said anything about that. I started testing a new account with Lilu. It's their $300,000 account. I destroyed the $200,000 account on Sunday, I think it was. So I was like, you know what? All right, let me try this one. Because what I'm doing is I'm going to do a big video probably in the next week going over the pros and cons, like an overview of all of their evaluation accounts, right? So obviously I've been trading my funded account the most. So what I've been doing with those accounts is just basically fooling around with them, trying different strategies, YOLOing, just messing around with them, right? Video gaming them. But now here I have the $300,000 one. I'm going to try to actually get that one funded because it's not even one of my favorite ones, to be honest. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag because then I'm not doing myself any favors. I have one. So they have a total of 8 right now, available 8 evaluation accounts. And out of those 8, two of them are my absolute favorites. And then there's like 2 that are okay-ish. And the one I'm trading right now, you know, if I get it funded, and I'm gonna say if, because I'm giving myself just a whole month. I might have to stop trading my regular account and just dedicate myself to it. Because I have until more or less this time next month, because I just opened it up, to get it funded. It's not really one of my favorite ones. My favorite ones is definitely the one I'm funded in, plus another one, and I'll leave that one. I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag on that one until we do the video. You want the 250K one? It's definitely better than the 300,000 one that I'm in now. But I'm not gonna go over the reasons why here because that's the whole purpose of the video I'm gonna make. But I'm gonna give it a shot to get with this $300,000 one and try to get it funded in 30 days. It's a mission, man, because it's $20,000 that I gotta do, and I only have a $7,500 trailing drawdown. I'm in the profit. I'm in the profit on it, but I'm just torn because then I really have to dedicate myself to it. I cannot really go off and trade my real account. So like I'm torn there, you know what I mean? They have a swing trade one. I think I'm gonna grab that one as well and test it out before I do the video. So if I do that, I might pick it up. I might pick it up later this week or next week because it's a swing trading one. Here, you know what? I'll just show it to you guys real quick. This one, the Glide Micro, you're allowed... Wait, is that not it? Yeah, that should be the swing trading one. I'm going to ask them because they have a swing trading one. Now, I'm not sure if it's the Glide. It should be that one. It should be this one because you're allowed 2 minis or 20 micros. So, man, that drawdown is only 625 bucks. Good Lord. I wanted, if I can swing in it, I'm gonna grab it. Because then I can trade these two together, this day trade and this swing trade. The swing trade is much, less time consuming in that sense because I could just set my hard stops and whatnot and be done with it. Guys, if you're interested in the funded, futures trading stuff, you can grab 80% off right now. And that's going to end on the 9th, I want to say. Or on the 8th. I think it's on the 8th, which is tomorrow. Why didn't they just extend it to Friday? Let me see here. Hold on. Yeah, it ends tomorrow. They should have just left this until Friday. All right, it ends Friday. 80% off for life with my code. Remember, the first $12,500 is all yours. 100%. Then after that, it's a 90-10 split. Okay, I don't... What do you mean by funding it? It's a prop firm, right? So it's an evaluation account. You have to go through their goal here, which is simple. There's only one rule here. It's not like all the other places that have so many rules that you need a notebook to keep up. It's very simple. So depending which account you pick, bring it over here. Depending which account you pick, you have a profit target. When you meet that profit target, you've reached your goal, right? So now you can get an actual funded account where you're gonna trade, and the profit you make is money that you keep, right? The first 12,500 is all yours. Then after that, it's a 90-10 split. So you keep 90% and the firm keeps 10%. And then you have different types of accounts, right? You have a $25,000 account, 1,500 is your profit target, 50,000, 3,000. I have this one. This is the one I'm funded in. This is the one that I trade and I can make money in, right? Right now, I'm trying to get this one, the 300K one. Nice, Stealths. Yeah, the swing trading definitely has been giving some good setups. Yo, Adam, totally, my pleasure. No, it doesn't matter how many trades you make to get to the target, Dan. If it takes you 10 trades or 1 trade, it doesn't matter. Right now, I think they waived, I don't know when it ends. Right now, they have a thing where if you make the goal in 1 day, boom, you're done. For me, for example, when I made the goal, I still needed to wait a handful of days before, oh, Jerome started talking and the market started moving. All right, let's move this. I needed to wait a total of 10 days of trading, of active trading. And so what I did was I made my goal and then I decreased my risk. I mean, I surpassed my goal by a lot, but I decreased my risk to protect myself. And then I just traded for 10 days. Good Lord, what did Jerome say? So yeah, the 80% off. So real quick, let's say you wanted to do, I don't know, the $250,000 account like Dan mentioned earlier, right? So that costs normally $525 per month, but you get 80% off, so it's $105. If you want to do the $50,000 account, which is the one I have, right? Normally it's 180 minus 80% off. It's just 36 bucks. I mean, that's a no-brainer, bro. And it's for life, right? So if it takes you a month, you're done. But if it takes you 6 months, then you're just paying 36 bucks every month for 6 months or a year, however long it takes you. It's a no-brainer, honestly. I don't know what the hell Jerome said, but he destroyed this crazy move to the downside here, guys. Head and Shoulders looks beautiful now, huh? Unbelievable. Yep, my pleasure, Adam. Let me see if I can see something, man, because this man... Oh, all right. So now I'm short biased here for sure on the day. Fed Chair Powell says interest rates are likely to be higher than previously anticipated. I mean, we knew this. Guys, I've been saying it for days that they're going to raise the federal funds rate. They have to, right? You guys remember, man, I've been freaking saying it for days. Federal funds rate goes up higher, right, in March. So basically, that's what he said. So the market's like, what? Oh, no. Nice, Beast. Good job. Good job. Oh, yeah? So they raised interest rates again over there in Australia? Like their federal funds rate? Or whatever it's called over there? All right, so we have room to fall now. Like, really, we don't have major support until 39.97, so that 4,000 area. So we still have some points to fall. I'm going to watch and see maybe 40.34 and then 40.42. Those are going to be the two zones I'm going to watch for resistance on possible low volume bounce backs, if we even get one, because this is just a straight down. I mean, look at this thing, bro. Are you kidding me? From 40, this thing just went down like 20 points. Yep, we don't have any major support until that 4,000, 39.90 area. And I mean, in reality, this is the type of news that we expected later on this month. And I remember saying that I expect us to be down here between, you know, 387, 385 to like 380, 375 area. That is the area I expect us to get down to. Wait, are you seeing the SPY? Yes, you are. That's the area I expect us to get down to. No, the Beast. Oh, man. That sucks. And this is the type of candles I can get my account funded rather quickly. So I'm gonna keep this on watch here, see if I can get a short entry opportunity somewhere. Hey, look, this is an old blue line that we have drawn here, guys, on this 3-minute chart. And look at this. We just tapped it at 40.24. This is an old line. Like, this line is really probably old from a week ago or so. I don't know if I can even scroll back to where that line is from. There it is. Oh, look, guys. That's where that line is from. On the old blue line, we just tapped it. We kind of bounced back into 40.30. But it was just not cutting it. We went lower. I'm waiting for a bounce, an actual bounce that's shortable, maybe some sort of bear flag formation. We need some sort of setup. Wow, bro. That's a nasty candle on the SPY. It's a 2-point candle. Almost 2.5-point candle in 3 minutes on the SPY. That's insane. All right, so I'm waiting for a bounce back that I can get short on. Maybe a little bit of a bear flag formation as well. That'll be tempting. See, here's where I'm torn. I go trade your $50,000 account, make some actual money. Nah, trade this one and get it funded. It's like I'm torn, but I'm going to trade this one. I'm going to trade the 300K. I'm going to trade the 300K, try to be a little aggressive on it and see if I can make some leaps and bounds on that one, because 20K, that's a lot to get done, you know, in the next month. You're talking about $1,000 a day without a red day, basically, without any red days. You know, that's a 20-day win streak. I've had 20-day win streaks before in equities. I don't know if 20, but I definitely remember 17, 18, something like that, of green streaks. But you know, that's not your norm. Damn it, man. We just keep going lower. No bounce back. No bounce back. We just keep going. Oh my God, the beast. Nice, brother. Congrats, man. Congrats. Look at this drop, bro. Wow. No bounce backs at all. I'm not going to chase it, right? That's how you get stuck getting short at the bottom.
Instead of lowering demand, again, making people poor, laying people off, denying worker raises, we can speed up and strengthen our supply chains. We can bring critical manufacturing back to the U.S. We can rebuild our infrastructure. It's what we're doing.
Now, there'll be some bounce. There's going to be some bounce. Then that's the bounce that I want to short. I'm not looking for a reversal.
America learned about this small town last month when a Norfolk Southern train derailed and spewed hazardous material into this community. East Palestine is more than just a disaster headline. Columbiana County was once the center of American ceramics manufacturing, at one time producing 80% of ceramics of dishware in this country. One county produced 80%. When I was there last week, I was talking to the sheriff at the 1820 Candle Company. He was talking about how the last one closed just a few years back. Like so many industries, these jobs moved overseas, and we know why. The same reason Norfolk Southern cuts cost at the expense of safety, eliminating one-third its workforce in the last 10 years. Then you're surprised with these derailments. It's the same reason corporations.
Why is this guy going off about derailment? It has nothing to do with monetary policy. This is why I almost never watch these things, man. These freaking politicians, they had no idea what they're talking about half the time. This guy's there talking about the derailments. Look, freaking catastrophic stuff. And I'm like, this has to be investigated and see what's going on, right? But my guy, Jerome Powell, is involved in monetary policy, bro. Monetary policy, not an infrastructure. The man is there to regulate inflation, in other words, basically. That's the sole purpose of his existence in that role. This guy's talking about derailment of the freaking trains. Come on, man. Like, they have there this one of the smartest economical brains, right, in the world, and they don't ask him the questions they need to be asking. They just do political grandstanding, which is ridiculous. It's such a waste of everyone's time. Yeah, exactly. It's like they just want points, man. Like they're not trying to resolve anything there. They're not trying to ask any real questions. With some exceptions, of course. But I muted this dude. I had to mute him. And it's always the guys that look like him. Honestly, it always is. It's always that Bernie Sanders look-alike. Oh no, Mike, you too? Oh man. System overloads. Oh, I don't understand, right? That always happens during these intense volatility moments. I never understand. I never understand how these multi-million-dollar companies cannot have robust systems in place to be able to recognize the increase in traffic due to the volatility that's going on at the macro level, and then be able to input like extra resources on the moment's notice. I mean, we can have ChatGPT write you an entire essay, right? Do an entire project for somebody, but you're telling me Trade of 8 can't, right? Can't keep up with things? Come on now. We're not talking about like if I started a small software company for trading, right? Or my own prop firm, and it's just started out, right? And we're looking to have like 50 customers, you know? And we're starting out, limited budgets. Jonah's over there on caffeine all day long trying to program stuff. No, we're talking about multi-million-dollar operations with, you know, with large amounts of employees, and these people can't keep up. Like they can't think, you know, a few steps ahead. So we're getting a small little bounce here. I like the volume. It's small so far, but I mean, I'd like to see a little bit more of a bounce than that. I mean, ideally, a bounce back to 40.34 would be nice. That's what I was talking about earlier, but that might be a little bit too much. That 15-minute chart looks insane. This is a bounce area. Next bounce area won't be until like that 4,000 range. $40.30s is really where I would like to see us try to get up to. I don't think we will though. So I might scale in short ahead of that. But I'd like to at least get us towards 40.25, man. Yeah, Dan, exactly. I mean, at least there, so I can start scaling in there. We're bouncing off of a really good zone though. So that zone down there was good for a little reversal.
Today, 100% just a year ago, increase in the gas prices.
Bro, what does Jerome Powell have to do with gas prices? That's it. I can't watch this, bro. I can't. Jerome Powell can't control the prices of gas, bro. He can't control commodities. These people are morons. I had to close it. I had to close the link because I'm going to go off on some wild rant here. And then I'm really going to get... The alphabet overloads are really going to get pissed at me. All right, so we have that really small bounce, but we didn't bounce back into that level I wanted. So no trades for me. Unbelievable. All right, bro. It doesn't blow my mind for many reasons. The general public just is on another playing field. That's how those people get voted in. It's exhausting hearing the stupidity. Hey, bro, you're talking about congressmen, congresswomen, and they don't understand. They don't understand Jerome Powell's job. That's crazy to me. It's absolute insanity. Or if they do, then because it's a double-edged thing to me, right? It's a double-edged sword because either they don't understand it, so they ask questions to things he has zero control over, or they do understand it, but they want to do political grandstanding there in that moment for points because they know the average person probably doesn't understand Jerome's job and they can just play dumb and try to look good in front of him. I believe it, the beast. I believe it 100%. So there's that stronger bounce off of that 400 on the SPY, 450. I want to see a little bit more of an umph, a little bit higher. The volume is decreasing on the bounce attempt, but I need a bounce attempt into some sort of resistance to get short. I just can't get short in the middle of it. This is the equivalent of going out on a boat to go fishing and just going out into the ocean and just randomly throwing your anchor out and starting to fish, just random. You have no idea if there's any structure underneath you, if there's any fish. You have no idea of the depth, nothing, right? You have it's just a blank guess. Getting short here for me is like a blank guess. The only way I would consider possibly just grabbing short, and it's going to be a difficult one, would be on a breakdown here because we are building a little bit of a flag formation. My stop would be back inside the flag. And then at that point, I'm looking for a move straight down, basically to 4,000 and under. But I expect that 4,000 to try to hold. So you got to be careful. For the market. Dude, I clicked the link that you posted in the Discord. You know, I was watching it there on YouTube. I didn't get to see Jerome talk, man. He just had these morons talking up all their nonsense. Time is it? Oof, 10:20 already, bro. Where does the time go? Yeah, the market doesn't know which way to go right now. It's just consolidating here. There's a little bear flag formation. I would like to see it bounce a little bit more. The volume is decreasing slowly. It's a good sign as well. A weak volume bounce. I'm not in anything. Don't worry. I'll show you. Bang. Nothing. Just right now, I'm like a tiger in the marsh, just looking. Stalking my prey. Trying to see where the weakness is, right? Which is the weak one. I want that easy meal so I can gobble it up. Whoever went long for that reversal off of that level, that was a good play. But you see what I was talking about earlier in the actually last month, where it's very difficult for me to change bias on the fly like that, especially after comments like that from Jerome. This is a really good level to go long. I mean, yeah, long off of for the reversal. Let me see. Is Jerome finally talking, and that's why we're popping back up? Yeah, he is talking. Adam, bro, I've seen that happen. Last year in June, I literally saw somebody, and I was ranting about it. I don't know which of the clowns from Congress it was, but I saw them asking the man directly about climate change. Bro, what are you doing, bro? He's not a scientist, bro. He's a mathematician. He's an economist. Ask the man about monetary policy. Don't ask him about climate change. He doesn't freaking care what a polar bear looks like. Good Lord, bro. Yeah, bro, I get worked up. I'm sorry. I get worked up because I just can't stand the insanity that we have in our federal government. That'd be a whole channel of itself, but then it just get demonetized and I waste my time, so. Joel's in the background right now. Probably he hasn't even messaged me. This man's gonna be like, Jesse, you didn't take a trade. You talked about Cuban coffee. Talked about fishing with your kid. You talked about politics. But notice I did not take any sides. Although I'm pretty sure by now you know what sides I'm on. And you probably don't even know. You probably would be like wrong. You actually would be wrong. Because I'm a libertarian. There you go. Now you know. John's gonna be like, damn it, Jesse. I'm like, damn it, Jono. The setups didn't come, man. Look, the bear flag didn't work, so I didn't take the trade. Now we're back up in the 40-30 zone. And you have politicians pissing me off asking Jerome Powell dumb questions.
Ongoing increases in the target range for funds will be appropriate in order to attain a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to 2% over time. In addition, we are continuing the process of significantly reducing the size of our balance sheet. We are seeing the effects of our policy actions on demand in the most interest-sensitive sectors.
I put the volume up a little bit. Maybe you guys can hear him.
It will take time, however, for the full effects of monetary restraint to be realized, especially on inflation. In light of the cumulative tightening of monetary policy and the lags with which monetary policy affects economic activity and inflation, the committee slowed the pace of interest rate increases over its past two meetings. We will continue to make our decisions meeting by meeting, taking into account the totality of the incoming data and their implications for the outlook for economic activity and inflation. Although inflation has been moderating in recent months, the process of getting inflation back down to 2% has a long way to go and is likely to be bumpy. As I mentioned, the latest economic data have come in stronger than expected, which suggests that the ultimate level of interest rates is likely to be higher than previously anticipated. The totality of the data were to indicate that faster tightening is warranted, we'd be prepared to increase the pace of rate hikes. Restoring price stability will likely require that we maintain a restrictive stance of monetary policy
for some time. Our overarching focus is using our tools to bring inflation back down to our 2% goal to keep longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Restoring price stability is essential to set the stage for achieving maximum employment and stable prices over the longer run. The historical record cautions strongly against prematurely loosening policy. We will stay the course until the job is done. To conclude, we understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission. At the Federal Reserve, we will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you. I look forward to your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. There are 23 of us on this committee. Almost everyone will be here today. I ask each of us to stay as close to the 5-minute mark.
Here goes this moron. This is the moron that was talking about all nonsense earlier.
Chair Powell, thank you. Job growth is strong as unemployment remains historically low. You might not know that from the opening statements. Many drivers of inflation, corporate greed, rising inequality, supply chain disruptions, Russia's bestiality, if you will, in Ukraine won't get better because of interest rate increases. Every indication is that this post-pandemic economy is different. Should we be worried, Mr. Chair, that the Fed is treating this economic period as it has in the past instead of reacting differently?
The beast.
So we've been aware since the very beginning and have said and discussed this publicly on many occasions that there are some differences this time. We in particular have not seen the kind of supply side collapse that we saw at the very beginning of the inflation outbreak. Also, the outbreak of a war which had significant effects on commodity prices a year ago. So all that is different. There are also, though, some similarities. There is a mismatch between supply and demand. You can see that in the goods sector still. You saw it in housing prices going up over 40% since before the pandemic, and you see it in the labor market where we have 1.9 job openings for every opening for every unemployed person. So we're well aware that this.
The hell?
Not all of which our tools can affect, but there is a job here for us to do in better aligning demand with supply.
Understanding you have limited tools to address inflation in our conversations in the past show my concern about continued rate increases that may not actually address the root cause of inflation. They hurt workers, and many of us contend we can't follow the same old playbook. Next question. Last year, 3 banking regulators issued proposed updates on the Community Reinvestment Act to account for changes in our banking system. My question is, does the Fed remain committed to work with FDIC and OCC to finalize the CRA rule, and when will that rule likely be finalized?
Yes, we do remain committed, and I believe we are in broad agreement with the other 2 agencies on the revisions to the rule. So now we're in the process of writing all that down. That'll take some time, and then after that, of course, it will come to the Board of Governors for a vote, and that will involve briefings and discussions. And I can't give you an exact date,
but as quickly as possible.
Yes, but it will be some months.
Thank you. Banks weathered the shock of the COVID-19 shutdowns mostly because of the fiscal response provided by Congress. We now see a spike in loan delinquencies, an increase in overall risk. Banks are again plowing billions, as many other corporate leaders, always defended by people on that side of the aisle, into stock buybacks, which makes me concerned that there's a downturn in the economy. Banks could end up with too little capital. That's why I'm worried about any potential rollbacks of safeguards or regulations. Can you assure me that the Fed will keep capital requirements strong and exercise more long-term forward thinking than corporate CEOs that seem to be focused on the short term?
I can assure you as to the first part that we'll keep capital requirements strong.
I didn't expect you to comment on give me an opinion about you're looking more forward than companies that look at the short-term benefits of stock buybacks. Mr. Chair, when you last testified, I asked you about the risk posed by crypto assets, stablecoin, the Fed, and other regulated possibilities. How's the Fed evaluating the risks of crypto-related activities by your supervised institutions?
So this is something we've been quite active in this area, and I'll say that we we believe that innovation is very important over time to the economy. We don't want to stifle innovation. We don't want regulation to stifle innovation.
Watch us see how we act up there at 34.
Favors incumbents, that kind of thing. But like
35.
else, we're watching what's been happening in the crypto space, and what we see is quite a lot of turmoil. We see fraud. We see a lack of transparency. We see run risk. Lots and lots of things like that. And so what we've been doing is making sure that the regulated financial institutions that we supervise and regulate are careful, are taking great care in the ways that they engage with with the whole crypto space, and that they give us prior notice. And we've issued, along with the FDIC and the OCC, a number of issuances of notices to that effect.
Thank you, and I will close with this. I've long pushed for the Fed to prioritize workers and for the leaders of the Fed to reflect the diversity of our country. We've made progress, but our work is not done. We have a new opening. Understand, it's not your job to appoint the new Fed member. We have a number of upcoming vacancies at the Reserve Banks. I support Senator Reid from Rhode Island, Senator Menendez from New Jersey, and other colleagues who are pushing for more diverse voices in the Fed.
Obviously, the chairman and I both have strong passions about the challenges that we face in the country. The one thing that I do believe that we agreed on is the importance of having a strong capital markets as it relates to making sure that Americans have the ability to continue to grow their businesses, to solve their challenges. Frankly, I hope that we get there. Building on the same comment that Chairman had around capital standards is where I'm going to go with my thoughts today. I think back on these last few years, it's hard not to recognize the extraordinary efforts our financial institutions of all sizes, frankly, undertook to administer a program like the PPP, all while weathering a shutdown of our global economy. I welcome your thoughts, but from my viewpoint, our banking system was...
Why trying to get back? I've been quiet so you guys can hear the testimonies and the questions. Despite getting right back up into that VWAP area,
That's why Vice Chair
now we're breaking up and over it.
Comments around holistic review of our capital trouble me so much. We should be laser focused on our economy and address...
Wow, tremendous reversal.
Trying to forge a new future.
Tremendous reversal, guys.
Open the door to opportunity. As you
That's that chop we talked about while the testimony was going to go on. Sure enough, I started to scale in a short there, very small, just only had one contract, took a $200 loss on this 300K account. That was just a starter position, obviously, since it was only one contract.
Can cause more harm than good.
But we had a really nice breakup and over there on the SPY.
Are more expensive. We should not be pursuing actions that are harmful. While I remain greatly concerned by the Vice Chair's comments, I am hopeful that you will ensure this review is appropriate, keeping the impacts on our banking system front and center. We must promote and further the growth of our economy, and thereby our people. Anything less should be unacceptable. To that end, will you commit that any ongoing capital review by the Federal Reserve will follow the law, and that any follow-on regulatory proposals will be risk-based and tailored to an institution's activity, size, and complexity, and not a one-size-fits-all?
Yes, I can easily commit to that. And we're very strongly committed to tailoring, and that'll be, I can say that anything we do will reflect tailoring, which is a long-held principle for us, and also now a requirement of the law.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. 2 weeks ago, I sent a letter with Chairman McHenry to Chair Gensler regarding the SEC's climate disclosure rule, urging him to rescind his proposal.
All right, guys, it's looking like it's just going to be choppy, man.
SEC is a market regulator, not a climate forecaster. Much like
We've taken back 50% of that drop there, so it's already 10:35 a.m. I'll keep eyes out, but I feel like, throughout the testimony time, it's just going to be extremely choppy. So rather just sit back and wait, maybe later on or tomorrow. All right, so I'm probably going to start bowing out a little bit early here, and we'll see what later in the afternoon holds. If anything, I will be talking in the Discord. So if you want to hop by the Discord, I won't be streaming, but I'll be typing away in there if anything. All right, so I'll see you guys there. If the Discord is free, let me get you the link real quick in case you're not a Discord member. Here you go. Later, Jay. Have a good one. There's the free Discord. You can swing by there if you want. And if you're not on the watch list, obviously, boom, there you go, okay? And then remember, guys, tomorrow, last day to save, 80% off for life with Lilu. Here's the link. You got to use my code for the 80% off, okay? There you go, boom. All right, perfect. So big time reversal here, taking back almost 75% of that move to the downside there. Just a small little paper cut for me. So I'll watch and wait, see if we get any resets. If not, I will see you all tomorrow. All right, guys, peace.